and you need to build early Lincolns, and you'll have to build a BKB. They just go to the Spectre again. Wow.
Rotation options are not too bad. I think that's part of the idea behind this river ward.
Ooh, that is easily first blood here. It wasn't even the level 2, right? That was just the burst damage of the Visage and the Bat Rider we mentioned. It's not going to be a fun lane for the Spectre, but an even worse start than we thought. And Hellscream, he has been an all-star on this Bat Rider for the last few months now.
The Fade Bolts will do the rest. But that's why they have that ward in the river, right? To like see him coming over. He's actually TPing in. Maybe this will catch him off guard, but FBZ is already so low.
There it is. Kicks him under
TP.
They get out on just a sliver of HP. I mean, it's a really good attempt there from Mac. He should still finish off Skem, as he is stuck on a straight line path there, so no escape. And they forces the Drow back. Actually, really smart TP from Tomato. He actually TPs to his tower, not the base, so he is going to be at least somewhat nearby to continue farming as he sends out some regen.
Instant. No hesitation on that. And if he did not do that, he would have died. We saw how close that got. They're immediately going to pass over tons of tangos to him.
4 HP is what it was. I just saw it on the live. Yeah, literal 4 HP. That is wild.
I guess it's... I mean, you're definitely hoping for the core kill with that rotation. It's the teleport from your mid, but at least he gets the Phoenix, and it does set the Beastmaster up to have a good time for a while Drow is healing up. And actually, they're bringing over Crystal Maiden, so looks like they are going to finish up the kill on Drow now. Set up
very nice
your
kill.
Spirit from earlier. That's exactly what he needs to do.
They're going to fort the wave as well to try and freeze this a little bit. Looking like they might be trying to put some pressure on bottom. But they're actually bringing the numbers top. Magnus, he's going to get scouted on a ward, but... Oh, no, he's invis. They do not see him onto the ward. That is going to be a shockwave. No skewer, actually. Yopaj, he's just going to chase him under the tower? Hold up. That's a lot of damage coming out here from this tower. You got to be a little bit careful. Bottom lane, they do manage to find Amaterasu. Yopaj maybe bit off more than he could chew here. They will find Tims. As Skem on the Phoenix with a lot to follow it up here. Nice silence out, but Yopaj just burns to the Magnetize. They buy back on the Rubik as well. They're now looking for the Drought. I don't know if they're going to be able to... Well, he's got the roll on over. That's going to connect. He's got a boulder kick in one. Pulls him all the way back. Very good series of events here from the side of Boom. Tomato accepting his fate, just standing still. All right. They just got kills all over the map. That's huge.
Yeah.
Crystal Maiden came through the Twin Gate here. She will find the Drow, and they're bringing in some more help. The question is, can he get out of here? That's an amplified damage. No shot. Kill goes the way of the Crystal Maiden. And they still don't manage to take the towers. All right, Boom. Looking very good now. Roll on in. They do manage to still have the Magnetize. And with that, that should be a quick kill here on Amaterasu. Snipes one creep before he dies, but he might lose his familiars. Gets him over the tree. And Beastmaster's just pushing mid.
He's on fire with these rotations. Looks like we're not even done. We're going to the mid lane.
Oh, the Gust just catching barely. With the Drow's damage, should be enough to finish the job.
Just want to highlight real quick why this is so important. That Magnus is farming very well, right? He's at like 73 last hits. Earth Spirit's at 40. Yet when you look at the net worth, you see Magnus being, just about on par with Earth Spirit. So the fact that Earth Spirit has successfully rotated so many times is what's keeping this close. Otherwise, you would have just been out-farmed by Magnus, and you'd just be falling further and further behind. Instead, plays have happened all over the place.
Bottom lane. We're going to see a potential bait here from Amaterasu. The team smoked up behind him as Jackie's coming in. The familiar stun onto 2. As now Jackie in some trouble. The egg comes down, placed super aggressively as they just try and back away. Mac, he actually interrupts the whole engagement on the backside. As now Crystal Maiden gonna get found here by the Drow. Another great familiar drop there to find the kill, but Yamato, he's dead. Sniped by the boulder kick and the nukes from the Rubik. A big win from Boom Esports. A 4v5 and it nets them a kill onto the Drow.
Looks like Spectre's going for Blade Mail into Radiance. Or to get a Blade Mail from Earth Spirit. The armor's really good versus Drow. Return some of this damage. I'm just trying to think how long you have to keep this up before you actually feel like you're winning on Boom, right? Like, you feel pretty good right now, but you haven't reached that point where Spectre is just a death threat to everyone.
She needs some moments. Blink reveal out here in the mid lane from Yopaj. They managed to get themselves into a nice RP follow-up. It's onto two, but the Magnetize from Mac is doing a lot of work. A really aggressive egg, beautifully placed. Should stun up the Crystal Maiden. No, she gets away for the moment, but Shadow Step takes down the Magnus onto the backside. Amaterasu trying to find himself the kill onto the CM. Should be able to. Death Toll would be a nice kill for him if he can get it. It's going to be close. The GG branch is dropped, trying to chase him under the trees, but he knows he's gone a little bit too far. He's going to be forced to back away now. Well, I say that maybe. Never mind. You gave him a target there with that Soul Assumption and gets himself another pick off. So nice grab there from the Visage. I was like, he needs to drop those immediately. He cannot afford to lose his familiars again. And, well, with Rubik and CM here, I'm pretty sure they're dead. Yeah, that's a rough one. And they actually get Batrider on the top side of the map. A very quick kill set up from the Roar of FBZ and the Shadow Step in from the Spectre. Looking for the mat. Oh, they do manage to find Mac. Pulls back, gets the Magnetize off. He does have an RP, but you don't want to RP the Aegis. And now Drow, forced up off the Mantha, does manage to dodge out the roll. They will back away. The Magnetize expiring here. Getting at least a couple cooldowns out from the side of Boom here, but
they didn't have familiars when they started that. I'm a little surprised they went for it, but maybe just, I think he maybe still had a bit of a haste rune, maybe just trying to bait something out and then just get out. They did not commit the RP.
Oh, were they looking for it? They find Crystal Maiden. That's a pretty easy egg drop right on top of the RP. It doesn't even get dropped again. Just gonna wait. Mac dodges out the egg perfectly with a well-timed roll. It's a 2 for 1. Only getting the CM and now Skem in a terrible spot. Chase down here from FBZ and Jackie boys again. 3 dead on Shopify as Boom starting to really find control of this game.
Seeing like Roars plus Shadow Step getting kills.
Whenever you play with Spectre, you need to have a hero on your team that is going for just like guaranteed single hero kills. There was a meta for a while where Treant Protector was really common, and you would see like Treant Protector just roaming around with Shard. Oh, I see a fight break out here. Hellscream dips the opening, but a nice RP onto 3 of the Magnetize connects 3 heroes caught inside of the Gust as well. Yamato trying to dish out what damage he can. The Roar is there, takes down the Phoenix, but he's just gonna get dove under the tower. Mac with this BKB doing so much work. That Magnetize still ticking on through. It's up to now Hellscream and Amaterasu to finish the job. Mac at just a sliver of HP. He picks up the Wisdom Rune, rolls on in, kicks him down. The kill will finally come through, but Yopaj dies on the backside. 8 heroes dead here.
They might have we've been saying you just got to get through Shopify's early game and make it to that mid to late game if you're going to draft that way. And as we approach 22 minutes, and it's pretty close.
Roll in.
It's like they've done so.
Silence. They've got Yopaj. The silence. Is it enough? Long enough to get the Roar as well. Mac with this BKB is doing so much work. Skem tries to dive. Doesn't get a chance to egg. Hellscream's dead as well. And now Amaterasu stuck inside the freezing field. A triple kill for the Earth Spirit. Another disaster for Shopify as they are just crumbling in this game.
See if someone's going to defend this tier 2.
Looks like it will just be the flash. Shadow step on over. They find Yopaj, and he's forced to BKB up onto the high ground. The Magnetize is rolling, and he's not going to stop. The RP, it breaks lasso. Oh, what a disaster. Max just going to BKB this and walk away. Chase for Yopaj. The pipe actually allows him to blink for now, but they've got the Phoenix on the front line. The Roar Force Staff up to the high ground. Can he get the egg off? He does. Yamato has some space here to try and do what damage he can here on the Drow. The egg, it's gonna pop, but they just walk away. Nobody dies. Except for the Visage, of course. But, oh man, what a disaster.
They're having some damage issues. I mean, that was a quick reaction to the Earth Spirit, right? So they're both like, oh, I want to ult him, you know, as he comes in. So they both throw out the reverse polarity and the lasso. Can't really blame them, but that overlap does cost them. And actually, it's not even done yet. Drow being found now by the Spectre. Like, this is the advantage of Shadow Step being so low cooldown. They're protecting their wards, as Shopify, at this point, just needs to split up and farm. But that is so scary versus Spectre. And Spectre was struggling. She's at the bottom of the cores, but the way this game's going, she's now surpassed everyone on Shopify, and she is truly becoming a threat. I do think you need someone to like easily wave clear to defend, right? You don't want Drow to have to reveal herself.
Yeah.
Through the split shot, which is relatively safe. But I mean, if you can just do it with a simple Q on Magnus, you can drag this out. Which, for a lot of this, we've seen Shopify want to take an early game. Usually, this is around the time they're winning from the last couple games. But at this point, you just have to go late, right? There's no, you can't just force the game to end early when you're in this far behind. So dragging it out with the shockwaves.
Ooh. Yopaj, he's gonna get found. Lasso does come through. They're just gonna burst the Magnus, and the Rubik lives. The Yules comes out just in time. Mag has this magnetized running, and Yamato, he's trying his best. He's gonna TP home. The egg's gonna get popped. Amaterasu doing his best here in stone form to try and survive, but he is all alone once again. 4 dead on Shopify as Boom Esports are crushing this game, and that might finally be the first lane of barracks that they were looking for. There is no buybacks on this Magnus.
Does RP still? So let's see if Boom like gets overcautious, but they're gonna force it, right? They know they can go until at least the buyback happens if he has it. So until then, you can push, and then as he doesn't buy back, you know, you're thinking you got yourself a free set of racks. And this is kind of what we expected. They can't siege, so you just gotta wait for a good fight like this. And in this case, they just control up the Magnus again, just not able to do very much in this fight.
Yeah, and Yamato just has to pull the knife.
You know, we weren't sure in the drafts how good Rubik is. Oh, hold that thought. Looks like another fight has been found.
Yeah, they were trying to gank a Crystal Maiden instead, get ganked in return. Yopaj tries to pop this RP and find an opening, but just never gets the chance. His BKB gets spent, he dies, and now Amaterasu trying his best to run away, but the Yules from Tim's is going to catch him, and he will go down as well. There is just too much damage. You are too far behind, Shopify. Boom Esports
gonna go for this,
trying to close out this game as they actually make the play for the Drow Ranger bottom on this Spectre. Trying to dive into the base. The Blade Mail is out. He's just gonna burn him, chasing him back down to the base, but there's gonna be the buyback in from the Spectre. They do have the familiar drops, but no damage. Or the buyback in from the Phoenix, sorry. Bottom lane, FBZ. They're looking for him in the trees. He's got a ward underneath him, though, so he is plenty safe. The TP is quickly coming in from Boom Esports. They just want to fight. They jump in aggressively now with the Spectre, trying to get a kill here immediately on a Hellscream, and he's got him. Just a solo pick is now... It's going to be Mac on this Earth Spirit, looking for another opening. He's got the stone form. He's going to kick that Visage on over, force the BKB immediately. Now the question is, can they find anything with this? Amaterasu in a really rough spot. He's going to be able to stone form for the moment himself, but there's the roar out from FBZ onto the Drow Ranger. The blink, the lasso, Yamato trying to get some space. The egg is out, but Mac, he closes the gap, and just like this, They will be able to bring down the Beastmaster, but it's going to be so costly. 3 dead on the side of Shopify as Skem trying to dive away. A stolen RP from Timzo will lock down this Magnus. 4 dead and make it 5. Shopify have no grasp on this game whatsoever as Boom are looking to close it out. They walk up onto the high ground, and there it is, the GG. They get the 1-1. Showing Shopify what's up. They were looking quite good, but this 4th game didn't really come together for them, and Boom punished them for a lot of mistakes.
I was a little concerned after game 1 and the plays just didn't seem to be connecting. Even if you have another good draft, you know, if you're not bringing it together, it won't really matter. But it seems like Boom perfectly, yeah, we had a good team talk. We figured out what wasn't connecting. Because this time it felt like that Earth Spirit was just all over the place. They had successful fights everywhere. It was a little bit of a struggle, right? Like the Spectre started off at a very slow start, but like 10 minutes onward, actually even sooner than that, as soon as the Earth Spirit was like level 5, it just felt like over time they found more and more fights over Shopify.